Hello and welcome to this tutorial on the CoffeeCup Visual Site Designer. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do some tables and to work with HTML. Alright, so there is no button like on most HTML, like on the HTML editors, you usually have a small button that will say tables, and you can make it's very it's very nice and it's very easy. But this one, I am not finding anything anywhere that has a way to do an actual. Well, you can do a grid, and you know that's just that's just not going to work. So we're going to. I'm going to get rid of that. And we will have to end up going with boxes on our website. So what we end up doing is, as I got rid of all of that, and we're going to have to come up here to our View button, clicking that, and we're going to insert our horizontal guide, which is down here, and then we're going to also insert our vertical guide, which is right here. And this is going to help us be able to space our buttons similar to how we want them, since there is no easy way to actually do a table in the Visual Site Designer. So we're going to come up here and we're going to have two columns. And I need another column, and we'll have column 3, okay? So now I want to make these, one of these is going to be on my right-hand side of the page. Okay, now we also be sure you want to get your page properties, of course, set up on your page. But we're going to put this column over here. And our other two columns, maybe this column here, and we'll bring this up first, is we'll bring that up. Then we will bring up our column on the left-hand side. And then we'll bring up, perhaps this will be the body, like maybe the left-hand column will be your menu or something, for example. And the middle column in this regard might be a little longer because maybe that's your description or your text. Okay? Now, when you, as you go through, you can of course add, and that will increase the box length, okay, as if it were a row. All right. So if you're doing a menu, I'm just going to put some text. Okay. And then over here we have another text, bit of text over here. Okay. So now what we want is to, as I said, you've got them all set up, and this would be how you would insert your text and lay it out, so that if you eventually are going into putting some adverts onto this, if you want to put them on your page and keep them so that they're not interfering with the actual text, you can put them in columns just like this. Okay? So this is how you, like I said, this is how you would line them up. And if you had more columns, of course, you'd want to put your vertical in there and space it out however you would like to do that. So now we come to the wonderful HTML. Okay, so we come up here, and it says, it's a little screen. It's the 5th button down. It says Add HTML. Okay, so we're going to add HTML. We're going to click on that. We're going to come over here to our third column. And I'm going to find some kind of, well, let's see, I can put in a table. I don't know. I will go find something and we will put it in over here for you. So I will be right back. All right, so I have come over to a place. I'm going to insert a game over there. And what I have done is I've come up here to the JavaScript source.com, and it's a wonderful place to go and get some wonderful little programs. I use it a lot. And as I've searched through here, and I'm going to put up a blackjack. I'm going to put up a blackjack game in this little area. Okay, so how we're going to do this is I searched to it, and here it is. Now, this probably is very confusing, but what I like to do is I like to copy it all, and then I Ctrl C, and then I like to put that on a WordPad so that I can call it up just in case I have finger trouble and I lose it. So I'm just going to minimize that for the time being. And I want to show you, and you, of course, you can highlight all too. And then just do it that way. But now you'll notice that up here it says 3 steps to install Blackjack. Okay, number 1, copy the coding into the head of your HTML. Copy the coding into the head. Okay, so right down here it says step 1, paste this code into the head of your HTML document. Okay, now I have the other, the CoffeeCup Visual Site Designer down here on my taskbar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. I like to actually work this way. And just drag it down, hold it and drag it down to where you see step 2 or something to that effect. Okay, right there it is. Okay, so I know that I have to, and I'm going to Alt C, and I'm going to copy that. Now I'm going to go over to my CoffeeCup, and here's my place that I'm going to insert it. However, I need to do this because it needs to be into our HTML. So I've got it here. I'm going to come over here where to add HTML, and then I'm going to, because this is going to put it right there. You'll see that funny little blue area. And then up here, just so that I know what it is, I'm going to call it Blackjack. Okay, so now I need it for the head, right? So the header HTML, we're going to paste, and whoops, there we go. Okay, now I still have more. So we can always get back into that. So that's a good thing. Okay, it's gonna do that again. So, all right, so now I go back over to the JavaScript source and go to step 2. And this says insert this into your body tag. Okay, so then I'm just gonna put my cursor over, drag it down, and I believe take the rest of it. Alt C, and then I'm going to go back to my CoffeeCup, and I'm going to go into the body HTML, which is right here, and I'm going to right click, paste, and it should be good to go. Okay, so what we need to do, if this would be referenced by anything on our computer, I would of course have to go in there and make that annotation into the files, which I show on another one, on another tutorial. So, but I believe we're good, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to kind of spread this out, and I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to try to get this Right. It doesn't want to play very well. So we're going to hope that that's good enough. All right, so we're going to come over here and we're going to preview. I don't know that it will show up on the preview, but we're going to give it a shot. So it's going to build the page, and it should be good. Okay, and we'll see if it shows it does indeed. As you can see, right here is our blackjack. Now, of course, like I said, you can always come back in here and play around with it so that you can adjust it, okay? So, yeah, see like this, and then this of course can come over here. And it might be, at this point, might be a good use for your vertical guideline. And then you just kind of adjust it and manipulate it however you want however you want it to be. And then you should be good to go. Then you just remove when you're done. You would, of course, put in the rest of your copy. But this is how you would do the HTML. Now, this also works if you're going to do adverts through Google or Amazon or whatever. This is how you would do it in the CoffeeCup Visual Site Designer. Okay, so then, of course, you would save. And then you would, of course, upload that to your site. And I will upload that, and you will see, and as you can see, this would be where you can go to see it live. Now, of course, you would do, you'd put your header and everything else on here. But this, I wanted to show this to you just so that you could see how a table along with inserting some HTML would work. Thank you for watching.